The girl never dreamed that those wildly gifting in her livestream were all big shots from the beast world. Just because she sang Plain Face during her stream, it made the dying lion Leo listen and instantly regain his life. The lowly white snake Yaxi grew dragon horns after hearing it, evolving into a flood dragon. The disabled prince Zuan Yu regrew his wings, transforming into a phoenix. In no time, more and more Beast World viewers flooded the stream. Some big shots began flexing their wealth, vying for the girl's song requests, even demanding she become their shared wife master. The girl was just a rookie streamer who'd broadcasted all day without a single viewer staying. But just as she was about to shut down the stream in disappointment, an edgy ID named Empire Marshal Leona entered the girl's eyes widened in delight, hurrying to speak and keep her sole viewer. "Welcome, Mr. Leona, to my livestream. Would you like to hear a song or watch a dance?" Hearing the female's voice, the lion shrouded in black mist shuddered slightly, weakly lifting his gaze to the petite female on screen. She only showed her upper half in a white dress, her neck so thin the collarbones jutted sharply. Her face was the size of a palm, with delicate, captivating features, yet her cheeks lacked flesh. Pretty but far too gaunt. "It looks like food shortages have made life very tough." Leona fell into silence. Could it be that the little female was born on a civilian planet and didn't receive the support and care of the male drones? Is that why she's so thin and small? Leona briefly pondered, only to be met with pain from the spiritual sea. As the crystal core in the spiritual sea was invaded by black mist, Leona let out a weak, pained whimper. The contamination monitor sounded an alarm, rapidly spiking from 98% to 99.999%. Once the value hits 100%, this former Imperial Marshal, Leona, would be bound and sent to the Tower of Exile to await death. Leona bit down hard on his arm, trying to hold on to consciousness a little longer. He refused to just admit defeat. "Mr. Leona, are you still there?" Receiving no response from Leona, Shaji spoke again. She really wanted to turn the first viewer who stayed this long into her first fan. Shaji thought for a moment, then decided to take the initiative to showcase herself. "How about this? I'll sing you my best song, Plain Face. If you like it, please give me a follow. Thank you." With that, Shaji cleared her throat and sang the first line to the rhythm of the music. Another quiet night. The uniquely soft, delicate voice of a female transformed into a sweet, melodious song, emanating from the smart terminal on Leona's wrist, like a gentle breeze brushing past Leona's body. In an instant, the excruciating pain in Leona's mental sea began to fade. The 99% contamination level also started to steadily decrease. Leona froze. The contamination level that none of the females in his body could resist was slowly dissipating with the song of the little female on the screen. Leona couldn't believe it. He just stood there dumbfounded, listening to the entire unfamiliar lullaby. "Mr. Leona, if you think my singing is decent, could you follow me and give me a like? These are all free." What are likes and follows? The Empire's Marshal, who had never watched a livestream before, was utterly confused. He glanced at the contamination level displayed on the monitor and was shocked. Just from listening to one song, the contamination level had dropped by 29%. If he listened to a few more, wouldn't the contamination level return to his personal stable baseline? 30%? Leona stared at the little female in the livestream, excitedly standing up from the ground, wagging his tail non-stop, raising his paw to type on the virtual screen. "May I ask, if I want to hear you sing more, what should I do?" After politely asking, Leona searched for some livestream-related tutorials, followed Shoji, then bought an auto-clicker to automatically like Shiji's livestream. Shoji saw the follow and the rising. Her eyelashes fluttered slightly. "Send me a fan badge, and you'll hear the next song. Leona glanced at the tutorial. She found, located the fan badge. The livestream popped up a top-up interface. Leona didn't hesitate. Immediately put in 2/3 of the funds she could access. Topped it all up. It was an amount starting with the 6, followed by a string of zeros too long to count. After topping up, Leona first sent the fan badge she originally wanted, only to find it was dirt cheap. She frowned, growing more certain of her suspicion. This little female must be having a really hard time, only daring to ask for the cheapest gifts. This won't do. Any random male could easily trick her into being his wife. Leona worried inwardly, then selected the most expensive gift, the carnival, from the list. Afraid sending too much might scare the little female, Leona modestly picked just 100. On Shiji's screen, the dazzling effects of the carnival instantly took over. It was a gift worth 3,000 RMB each. Shiji was about to thank the sender for one carnival, but the next second, the notification showed Leona sending 100 carnivals. She was stunned. Just singing one song earned her this much. Shiji's hands trembled pathetically. Thank you, Mr. Leona. Let me sing another song for you. What would you like to hear? Shiji's voice had barely faded. The number of viewers in the live stream instantly jumped to 5,100. The carnival brought a huge wave of traffic to the stream. Shiji was thrilled. The stream finally had more viewers, but the comments in the chat weren't friendly to her. Everyone was actually telling Leona to quit, saying she was obviously a streamer with maxed out beauty filters, and urging the big spenders not to be fooled. Shiji was frustrated after reading the chat, and these were the crucial viewers who brought her the first wave of traffic. The guide said, to sustain follower growth, big spenders were a must. Would Leona really leave? Leona, who also saw the comments, looking up the meanings of beauty filter effects one by one. Discover this is a phenomenon virtual platforms. Methods of adjusting one's appearance. Leona was very puzzled. Clearly, singing can reduce pollution levels, yet they still rely on special effects to please the audience. This little female called Shiji. The living conditions must be so harsh. Although puzzled, but Leona didn't say much more. Just looking at the girl whopped up, this bitch's meaning. Lost in thought. Only the beastmen from ancient times. They only tried to use girls and boys to distinguish gender. Now, they use female and male to distinguish this commoner planet where this little female is from. Just how backward is it to still have such archaic terms? And these males calling themselves big brothers are so disrespectful to a noble female. Not only did they interrupt the little female's singing, but they also made her show an unhappy expression. Leona instinctively defended Shiji. Don't be sad. Shiji, you're the most beautiful girl in this world. Worried Shiji might be uncomfortable, Leona used the gendered titles from the livestream. Seeing Leona's comment, Shiji finally relaxed. I'm so happy to see so many viewers in my live stream, but I don't have beauty filters on. As she spoke, Shiji reached her hand toward the camera. After covering her face, she kept waving it around. If the beauty filter is on, blocking and revealing the face this frequently can cause the filter to glitch for a split second. The live stream audience was shocked. Some started apologizing, while others blamed it on Asian dark magic makeup, making some even doubt their own looks. Shiji frowned slightly and ignored it. Earlier, she had promised to sing for Leona, but these netizens wasted a lot of her time. May I continue calling you by your stream name, sir, who just sent me a gift? Shiji didn't want to reveal Leona's privacy directly. Leona was resting his head on his fluffy right lion paw. Hearing Shiji's polite question, a flicker of surprise crossed his eyes. This little female treated males with unusual courtesy, completely unlike the females in Leona's experience. Leona grew fond of the way Shiji spoke to him. You may address me as you please. With Leona's permission, Shaji finally opened her playlist. She read through it once, then asked, "Mr. Leona, which song would you like to hear?" The chat was flooded with song requests, but Leona simply said, "Sing whatever you prefer." Shaji smiled. "Then I'll sing a poem." After finishing the song, before Shaji could even check the comments, a PK request popped up on the screen. Streamer Dudu is requesting to connect with you for a PK battle. Do you accept? Seeing Dudu's profile picture and username, Shaji guessed that Dudu is also a beauty category female streamer. Just now in Theliv's stream chat, it was quickly drowned out by the streamer's fans. For a moment, the barrage was filled with messes urging Shaji to accept the PK. Shaji knew the rules of PK. The losing streamer has to agree tune request from the winning streamer. At the same time, this is also a great opportunity to gain followers. Alright then, you accept the challenge. Shaji had just finished saying this. A notification popped up at the bottom of the screen. Marshal Leona oft NATO Empire. You have left the live stream. Leona is gone. Why is Shaji confused? Open up your following list. Trying to click in Leona's account. The result is a private account. Number. Shaji thought it was because Esh didn't sing well just now. I see the audience saying again. Leona is afraid she'll look too ugly after taking off her makeup. That's why I left. Shaji sighed. Leona, if you're only following her because of her looks, it's hard not to notice Azomion because of their looks. It's better not to dwell on Leona's departure. After comforting myself, Shaji still accepted the PK. What if it helps gain more followers? But what she didn't know was, after she finished singing that song written for you, Leona has completely lost the ability to think. The pollution reading on his monitor dropped straight down to 10%. This battle maniac, who's been single since birth and is 300 years old. The Nader Empire's currently strongest male, Leona. The pollution level inside the body house never dropped this low before. Not only that, Leona's originally serene and bearably key right arm. It becomes incredibly easy. What the hell is this little female's deal? Leona's mind raced through the possibilities. Just as I was puzzled, a sudden voice came from outside. It was Bayou. Osist friend. Oh, my god, Leona. How did your pollution level drop to 10%? Bayou's voice was filled with unmistakable joy. Let me give you another checkup. If your pollution level really won't rise anymore, you will be the first one. A male who resists pollution levels on his own. Bayou happily made death arrangements. Leona was feeling a bit troubled. Put the bracelet aside during the test. He didn't want Bayou to find out about Shaji so soon. Leona typed a line saying sorry. Respected Lord Shaji, I need to leave for a while. Wishing you a happy life. But he didn't realize he was busy dealing with Bayou's questions. This line of text simply didn't get sent out. While Leona was getting checked up. Just got off Bayou's operating table. The other male that came down. Leona's nephew, Fewhite Snake Beastman Yaxi. This war has raised his pollution level to 75%. This value is still bearable for Yaxi. Once it reaches over 90%, the family's guidance doesn't work. Yaxi will find a beautiful place on her own. Ending one's life with drugs. I had everything planned out long ago. Yaxi maintained her white serpent form. Bored out of my mind scrolling through the news. Suddenly, a notification peed up on the virtual screen. Good friend Leona in Siazi's livestream room. Stay time has exceeded 30 minutes. Do you want to watch this live stream? Yaxi knows. There are quite a few guys live streaming this kind of event, showing off masculinicarm at the same time. They also visit some female streamers' live broadcasts who put on airs and strike poses. They spent all their savings on them. Female gets the money. Living freely and without a care. And those males, yet every month, they could only afford low-grade nutrient fluid. Yaxi sneered at such males. So I have zero fondness for live streaming as a form of entertainment. But his uncle, the world's most widely recognized, the most clueless male Leona, even you watch live streams, or at the dangerous moment when the pollution level was about to exceed 100%. Did he reveal his true nature in the face of death? He wants to see what fuss is all about. Can make a dying old male. Streamers who stay live for more than 30 minutes. What the hell do you look like? Yaxi curled herself up into a ball. Shiji's live stream is on. Shaji had just finished headsing a love song for you. Frowning while watching the PK bar. Many people praise her for singing beautifully, but unwilling to spend money. I just want to see her without makeup. Wait for the countdown to end. Shaji undoubtedly lost. Anchor Dudu gave a light chuckle. Sister, shouldn't you get Riodito remove your makeup? Alright, I'll live stream the whole process. Shaji filled a basin with water. Start removing makeup. This made Yaxi, who was lurking in the live stream. His eyes were filled with disgust. Is this all Leona can see? The female named Shaji. Now, she does look quite attractive. But who knows what she really looks like after she takes off her makeup? No way, I gotta record this. Yaxi said, turning on the live stream recording function at the same time. Shaji strictly followed exactly what Dudu said. Step by step, finish removing the makeup. Finally, she looked at the camera. Very seriously, she said, I've taken off my makeup. When speaking, Shaji still had the bunny hairband on her head. The entire forehead is completely exposed. But even without the delicate fringe to enhance her features, her facial features remain delicate and well proportioned. Compared to how she was just now, she actually looks even more pure and natural. To prove that she didn't secretly tweak the beauty filters, Shaji leaned closer to the camera, waved my hand in front of the screen for a while. My beauty filter has never been turned on, you know. A clean, fresh pink face, plus those natural curly eyelashes, with beautiful double lids and big eyes. The audience was completely stunned by their breathtaking beauty. Yaxi in front of the screen was completely stunned. Clearly a cold-blooded creature. Yet Yaxi felt the body's temperature is steadily rising. He tried to avert this gaze from Shaji. Tell myself just one glance at the monitor is enough. After checking the surveillance footage, Yaxi's body temperature but grew even higher with each heartbeat. His body's pollution level is at 75%, silently turned into 68%. What's going on? Only females can receive pollution level of males, and there are TOEF males in the live stream. From a personnel preference standpoint, he prefers Jatsi pure and charming face. That female who lowered his pollution level. Is it Shaji or not? It's still the method used by this. Could it be that he's speaking? Yaxi was deep in thought. The screen is constantly filled with bullet comments praising Shaji. Seeing the comments in the bullet chat, Shaji felt a bit embarrassed. Thank you for the gifts, my darlings, moi. She gently blew a kiss. In an instant, the live stream was flooded with countless comments and gifts. The gifts are piling up more and more. The number of followers has grown from 1 to 1,003. The smile on Shiji's face grew brighter and brighter. The initial nervousness is completely gone now. Thanks for the love, babes. I love you guys. Shaji raised her hand and formed a heart shape above her head. The audience's praise and the number of new followers gained from this PK battle. Shaji couldn't stop smiling no matter what. She looked at Dudu. Out of politeness, I asked if they still wanted to keep fighting. Shaji was speaking. Yaxi was looking at the monitor. Every time Zia Zispiax for 1 minute, the reading on the monitor will drop by 1 point. It's confirmed that Zia Z's voice has a soothing effect. Yaxi turned to look at Dudu again. At this moment, Dudu's smile looked rather awkward. She didn't expect Shaji to look so good both with and without makeup. Those big, fluttering eyes. She felt very tempted. Not to mention those male fans in her livestream. The livestream originally had 10,000 viewers. Now, there's only 6,000 left. Where have those fans who left gone? No need to overthink it. But as long as her big brother is still in the livestream, then it's fine. Dudu steadied his nerves, laughing in response. You're not afraid to lose. Want to play Aneth around? Sure, no problem. If you lose, you can also ask me to take off my makeup. Both parties reached a consensus. The screen re-entered the PK process. This time, Shaji didn't rigidlistic to the same old script. I'll sing a song for everyone. If everyone thinks it's alright, please help me vote for the gift. This is the current playlist. The one who just sent the most gifts. Motorcycle Boy. Baby, what song would you like to hear? The bike boy got called out. I ordered a song called Rice Fragrance. Shaji took a sip of water to moisten his throat. Just turned on the accompaniment to Rice Fragrance. Big Bro Me Doozy from the opposing level 43 has entered the stream. Shaji was directly hit with a 2,888 RMB donation. The Dreamy Castle. Next song, learn to pick. I want to Listento, Kiss Goodbye. Shaji, who was waiting for the backing track, saw this barrage of comments. He glanced worriedly at Dudu on the screen. Did she just steal someone else's big brother? Whatever, just sing my own song. Shaji finished singing. Rice Fragrance had just switched the backing track to A Kiss to Part, amidst a flood of praise. Just about to sing first line. The screen suddenly popped up with carnival effects again. User Nader Emperemager General Yaxi sent out Carnival X1. More donations mean song requests, huh? This young master wants to listen. The NZHN in the playlist the familiar long ID. Shaji froze for a moment, judging from the tone of other parties' speech. Probably not Leona's alt account. What the hell is this Nader Empire? Some kind of secret organization? Shaji opened the accompaniment for Against War with confusion. Just as I was about to sing, To Dream Castles popped up on the screen. Nezuko is giving gifts again. Yaxi was instantly unhappy when she saw it. You think you can compete with General Shao in terms of wealth? User Nader Emperemager General Yaxi sent out Carnival X3. User Nezuko sends Dream Castle X4. Two different kinds of dazzling special effects. On Shiji's live stream, the screen keeps flashing non-stop. Shaji saw two audience members competing in wealth for the first time. Totally stunned. That expression seems to be saying, stop fighting, you guys. Just love watching the big boss fight for the top spot. You too, give it your best. Just a little bit marined, it'll be surpassed. Boss Leona's contributions, worth it. Yaxi suddenly realized after sending off 5 carnivals. Turns out his uncle had already sent 100 carnival gifts. That must be because of this guy called Shaji. The little family has been comforted. Why not tell him, then? Obviously doesn't want to share. You just know this old bacalo's been single for over 200 years. Full of dirty tricks. Yaxi was unconvinced. Directly sent out 200 carnivals. He wants to let the little female know. He can also spend more than. Leona has more money. Number of viewers in the live stream. Amidst the continuous lifting gift effects, it kept growing to over 20,000. Yaxi sneered coldly. Typing with my tail. Now, sing for this young general in Against All Odds. Shaji sensed the rudeness in Yaxi's words. Look at the way he's talking. It's just like those wealthy, powerful families you see in dramas. The young generation of rich kids. Middle schoolers are so cringe. She talks even more childishly than Leona. After silently roasting Yaxi in my mind, Shaji clicked on the accompaniment for Counter-Strike Online. Calm Yaxi's impatient mood. Thank you, Yaxibabi, for the gift. Don't rush. Yaxi, baby. The accompaniment's intro will take just a little while. This sentence is clearly using a tone to coax a child. Yaxi is pissed. Who gave you permission to treat this general like a child? But if you just call me that major general can barely manage to be happy for a moment. Watching a barrage of comments from Yaxi, Shaji became increasingly convinced that Yaxi was just a childish brat. He even deliberately referred to the child as a cub. After silently cursing Yaxi in my heart. Before the accompaniment ends, Shaji took the opportunity to thank the others as well. And thank you too, baby Nezuko. The gift for strawberry candy baby. Yaxi saw Shaji also calling someone else baby. Instantly furious. Green eyes concealed a burning rage. He felt like he was being played by the little female on the screen. At this moment, Zyazifenly started singing. Yaxi just snorted coldly. Posted a comment saying, "Who cares?" in the bullet chat. It's just a phrase, baby wants to be so Korean. This young master has plenty of women to spare. Yaxi forcefully grabbed the bowl for herself. Tell yourself not to fall for a woman's tricks. After all, females always find ways to seduce males. Give everything for them. But won't take a responsibility for the male. Yaxi despises this kind of female. Shaji must be the same way. Imperial Major General Yaxawold never fall for such a trick. And at this moment, Shaji had already sung up to the climax of NZHN. Listening to the little female in front singing with such a passionate tone, Yaxi feels, I feel like I'm in the middle of a battlefield of monstrous creatures. He is the undisputed ace. Even the strongest Leona can't compare to him. With such fantasies, Yaxi feels her evolution crystal core spinning. Fever evolves the crystal core. Only when resonating with the female with the highest compatibility rate, there would still be such a reaction. This indicates that the evolution of males will accelerate. Break free from your primal beast form, evolving into an even more powerful form. Is that so? Is this little female in front of him the one and only for him? Yaxi's eyes were filled with shock. He watched as the pollution levels kept dropping. I feel my forehead getting hot and itchy. It feels like something is about to break through the surface. He no longer had the heart to think about it. The relationship between females and males. Yaxi stared fixedly at her reflection in the mirror, looking forward to the moment when I evolve into a mighty dragon. And on the other side off virtual screen, Shaji, but already finished heading a whole song. His voice also became a bit hoarse from hitting the high notes. She looked at the PK meter. I achieved a crushing victory. The duo across the way is completely baffled. What punishment do you want to give me? Can you please not remove your makeup? My silly little bean has already become your top fan. Give me a break. Dudu deliberately put on a pitiful expression. Her voice is sweet and babyish. But you just asked me to take off my makeup too. I'm a bit stingy, you know. So you should also remove your makeup. Clearly talking about their own shortcomings. But her eyes were bright. There's a kind of badness that feels bold and unashamed. The barrage is all teasing the streamer. Even being bad is so damn cute. Amidst a sea of praise. But one person's barragement stood out from the crowd. Why did you suddenly stop singing? Keep singing. That was Yaxi's extraordinary barrage comment. The dragon horns on Thiefer head are about to evolve. As a result, Jotzi singing suddenly stopped. However, there were already 2,000 people in the livestream at this point. Everyone say one sentence. The barrage is scrolling really fast. Shoji didn't see Yaxi's barrage message at all. Being realized there was no escaping the makeup removal, nodded angrily. I'll take off my makeup. Dudu agreed. Shoji finally had time to kick out the live stream. The barrage noticed Yaxi spamming in the live stream. Sing against Thewer one more time. Shoji, did you see what his young master said? What else do you want as a gift? I'll send it to you right away. No need to see me out. Yaxi baby just sang two high-pitched songs. My throat feels a bit uncomfortable. I'll sing for you tomorrow. After listening to the streamer's words, the barrage also chimed in, saying Yaxi shouldn't push others too hard. This made Yaxi so anxious couldn't sit still. You little vixen. If you don't sing, there are plenty of other women willing to. Angry Yaxi directly swiped the screen. Went to another live stream. As a result, I ended up browsing through several live streams in a row. There are also females singing. But it didn't help him at all. Yaxi had no choice but to turn to Shiji's livestream. Can respond to Yaxi's. The message indicates that the streamer is currently offline. He was extremely annoyed. I should have known only Ji as will be the one singing. It can make him evolve. He just won't leave. Find a way to get Siaji to agree. At this moment, a virtual screen suddenly popped up with an option. The streamer you follow, Shaji, hasn't started the live stream yet. Whether there is a offline interaction with them. Can we still interact offline? Yaxi didn't hesitate to choose yes. Meanwhile, Shaji had already ended the live stream and was taking a bath. She picked up her phone and noticed an app recommendation pop up. Congratulations on obtaining the beta testing qualification for the new fan interaction software. Download this game. This allows you to maintain ongoing communication with your fans in the game. Playing games and interacting with fans? Shaji clicked with confusion. To confirm. The app finished loading in no time. Open the app. Another pop-up dialog box appeared. Your fan Yaxi requests to interact with you offline. Do you agree? Is the first fan who wants to interact Yaxi? Shaji was a bit disappointed. If only it were Leo. Yaxi still seems to tune a bew. After all, the other party is the big spender who tipped her 600,000. After thinking about it for a while, Shaji clicked confirm. The game screen has finished loading. A white snake coiled into the shape of a poop appeared in a pure white room. Seeing the snake, he froze in shock. The white snake on the screen was also stunned. You're a little female. Both Xia and Z were stunned for a moment. Can you choose your own character in this game? Shaji took a closer look at the screen. Discover the option to set up an interactive persona for fan engagement. There are many chibi-style little animals inside. Look at Yaxi's appearance. Probably likes snakes. She also chose the little snake with wings. Yaxi had a thought bubble pop up above her head. Why can't I run into you? Because it's just a game. How is it possible to meet in the game? Done typing. Shaji casually tapped the white snake's head on the screen as well. Yaxi shuddered. This weird woman. I don't know how I managed to run up to him. He even went out of his way to make himself look just like him. I actually ran into him one-sidedly. What the hell is going on? Shaji looked at surroundings. Something resembling a thermometer is hanging on the white wall, showing 38%. What is that? Yaxi was a bit surprised. You don't know what this is? This is the game room you set up. How would I know what this represents? Set up the game room. Yaxi's eyes flashed with surprise. No way. The female doesn't know the male carries pollutants. Unless the other party isn't them at all. The females of this world. Forget it, she didn't mean any harm anyway. The singing also has a soothing power. Who cares where she's from? At this thought, Yaxi spoke up again. Can you pat my head again? Shaji saw the text Yaxi had typed, frowning in confusion. Only allowed to touch 10 times. I'm going to sleep right now. Yaxi heard that Jaji was about to run off again. He immediately frowned. No way, you can't leave until you touch this young general 15 times. Shaji thought it over. It doesn't take much effort to touch 15 times. It's time to give this fan what they want. Long hair underneath. Just reached out and gently tapped the white snake on the screen. Yaxi, who had been holding her head high all along. Unknowingly, I just laid down. The green ice narrowed into slits. You're way too comfortable. Yaxi heard herself making a strange sound. Suddenly opened his eyes. Eyes filled with regret. How could this happen? This doesn't match his cold-blooded major general persona at all. Don't think you can just touch him now just because you're willing. I'll forgive you for not agreeing to sing with me before. Shaji looked at White Snake's remarks. Can't help but laugh. Yaxi is so childish. Seeing the white snake on the screen, squinting its eyes. An angry look. Shaji laughed again. Reached out and tapped Yaxi's little tail again. I really have to go now. Talk to you tomorrow. After saying this, Shaji chose to quit the game. At this moment, the white snake center head was completely flushed red. Yaxi tucked its tail underneath its body. This still can't relieve the heat inside the body. He simply transformed into human form. Gave myself a shot of suppressants. The heat on my body had just faded away. This is Yaxi's first time using suppressants, because male reptilian beastmen have tails. Is the most private place. Female, touch here. The representative wants to mate with the male snake-like beastman. If it were a female from this world who encountered, Yaxi will be extremely angry. Yet deep down, he understood. Shaji had no idea at all. The damn little female from another world with hidden malice. How dare you mess with me, Major General? I don't want to stay in this room anymore. Yaxi walked over to the monitor and pressed the call button. But in the end, all I saw was the pollution level somehow jumped to 22%. Just got groped 16 times. The pollution level dropped by 16%. If only I could be petted every day. Then isn't there still a day when its pollution levels will be reset to zero? Yaxi's emerald-like eyes were brimming with joy. Excited Yaxi didn't sleep all night, lurking in Shiji's livestream. The next day, it wasn't until 8 in the morning. Shaji slowly clicked in the livestream, just logged in. The livestream room instantly flooded in with 10 viewers. All familiar face from yesterday. Leona and Yaxi are among them. Good evening, babies. Shaji greeted the camera. Leona's golden eyes gazed at the virtual screen. Type out the word heart twice. This comment just got posted. Then came a hee from Yaxi. 2 words. Leo nanotist Yaxi's ID. He looked for Yaxi last night. The hospital records show that Yaxi has been discharged. And the pollution level upon discharge was only 22%. Leona saw it coming. He and his nephew might have had the same experience. After all, he watched her grow up. The child was able to return to normal with Shiji's help. That's a good thing too. He just needs to focus on Shaji. Afterwards, Leona started reading chat in Shiji's live stream. Other people's bullet comments. Yaxi saw Leona ignoring her. Furious, they punched the wall on the other side of the screen. But just thinking about it. Anyway, Shaji will still be online tonight. That fan interaction game. This way he can still keep in touch with Shaji. I feel much better now. Then another barrage of comments flew across the screen. What are the rules for singing today? Yaxi, baby. Today, there's also the Optianto Showcase Dance Talents. Wait until the number of people reaches 1,000. I set a time for song requests. Following yesterday's rules for song requests, Shaji said without hesitation. Another PK invitation just popped up in the bottom right corner. It turns out, it's still Shaji was considering whether to accept it or not. The number of viewers in the livestream is already on the rise. Soon enough, 600 people came flocking in due to its reputation. Look at that streamer who pulled in 900,000 in a single day yesterday. But it doesn't seem to be at the level of raking in that much cash yet. Seeing this comment, Leona resentfully out a dream castle, laughed and sent gifts again. Is it because you don't like us talking bad about the streamer? Leona sends out a romantic carriage. Not my bro. The bet starts at 2,888. Are you made of money? Shaji is thinking about whether to call do or not. As a result, the live stream wasn't again flooded with gift effects. Thanks. Leona baby's dream castleaned romantic carriage. The special effects are amazing. I really like it. Leona saw how happy Shaji was. Can't help but curl the corners of my lips, thinking of the guide I saved yesterday on how to win over women. Writing. Make sure the female knows exactly how much wealth you have. So he typed as if replying to someone else who had money to burn. 10 mining planets. Shaji was amused by 10 mining stars. Leona's personality seems more composed than Yaxi's. You actually Lakato joke around too. Mineral resources are metaphorically compared to planets. Seeing Shaji laugh because of what Leona said. Yaxi also frowned, started typing too. My family also owns a mine. I have 5 mining planets. I still have shares in the film and television industry. Nezuko looked at the barrage of comments with some helplessness. Aren't you two supposed to be brothers? No matter how abstract you try to, it all ends up looking the same. Shaji was also very curious. Baby Leona and baby Yaxi. Are you really my bro? No, I'm his uncle. Heh. It's just that you were born 272 years earlier than me, isn't it? Seeing that line about 1272 years. The smile on Jotsi's face grew even brighter. You guys are really funny. 272 years ago, Leona. It can't possibly be someone from the Qianlong era of the Qing dynasty, right? Qing dynasty, Qinlong era. Leona instinctively used the search bar. Sure enough, there were no such two famous females in the history of the Beastmen. Leona grew increasingly certain of the suspicion in her heart. The little Femolestrange language. And there's this live streaming app called Flashtone. It doesn't even appear in the search database of the new website. Perhaps she and he were never in the same world to begin with. Now, aren't the statements about dynasties? This further proves the point. Figured out the truth. Leona remained as calm as ever. Perhaps Lord Shaji could also consider me as. This ambiguous answer made Shaji laugh. At this moment, she noticed that Dao Duspec request had already disappeared. It should have been automatic listentic on their end. It's fine if you don't pick up. Shaji didn't want to develop fights with others. At this moment, Strawberrycandy sent a barrage comment. Today, I was the first one to give a gift. Can you let me have the privilege of choosing a song once? Shaji nodded, and said, that works too. But I only sing 12 high-pitched songs a day. I'll take a break when I get tired from dancing. If everyone is reluctant to part with it. Just pray that the streamer turns into a robot soon. Shaji finished explaining the rules, playfully blinked an eye. Suddenly saw Leona post a message saying, does Lord Shaji like robots? I like it. I heard there are robotic vacuum cleaners now. And there's a dishwasher and stuff like that. I really want to buy one to help me clean at home. Looking at what Shaji said, Leona fell silent. In his world, women do housework. I can't even begin to imagine. Thinking of Shiji's tiny hands still having to work, Leona felt a pang of heartache. He directly sent another 10 carnival gifts to Shaji. Is this enough to buy a robot vacuum and a dishwasher? Shaji froze for a moment before realizing, enough. Thank you, baby. Leona, for the carnival. Seeing this, Miduzi also sent a barrage comment. I'll also add a little something for our Shaji. Thank you, Midazibabi, for the carnival. I'll take care of this money. Money speaks louder than words. Once I buy a house, I'll get it right away. Lord Shaji still doesn't own a house? As she spoke, Leona glanced at the balance in her account. He doesn't know the world of the little female. How much money is needed to buy a house? Giving too many gifts at once. Would it instead make Ashi feel scared? Just as he was thinking, another PK request popped up on Shiji's screen. This time, the request for a livip comes from Shanxi's good voice. It's an account with 5 million followers. Account content. All of them are doing live song battles with Shanxi accented streamers. Then a vocal professor will give live feedback. Vocal category teacher. It happens to be the exact network of connections that Shaji lacks. Shaji thought for a moment. I gave the audience in the live stream a heads up. Flash sent me a voice message with great singing. I'm getting ready to play tile matching. After saying this, she has already accepted the PK challenge. Hold off for now, the barrage from P is coming in a bit too slow. Shaji has already connected with the other party. Hello, Miss Shaji. I'm Zhao Shan, the host of Flashtone, Good Voice. We have received your registration application. The arrangements for your PK with 3 other streamers are already in place here. The stage, huh? Shaji heard this, and eyes filled with astonishment. I didn't sign up. Zhao Shan flashed a professional smile. Miss Shaji, don't be ridiculous. You've already left a comment in teacher Li Mingda's comment section. Shaji glanced at Thelevestrium with some confusion. Just happened to see Nezuko's barrage comments. Probably someone you pissed off. Setting you up on purposito make you lose face. That teacher Li Mingda has sharp words. I was afraid you couldn't handle it. That's why I told you not to answer. So that's how it is. No doubt it was that troublemaker dude from yesterday stirring things up again. Shaji fell silent. Leona asked who Lord Siaji had offended. Yaxi saw this and sent a barrage comment. Probably that doo-doo from yesterday. Send me yesterday's screen recording. How did you know I recorded it? I raised him. You really don't know? There are only 2 people left chatting. It was quickly drowned out by the flood of comments. But the user names off both of them. Shaji is the kind of person we catches your eye at first glance. She increasingly felt that Leona was a gentle person. To understand what happened, ask Yaxi for the screen recording again? Shaji smiled. Didn't speak to either of them. She looked at the host on the screen. Although it wasn't Muho left the message. But it's an honor to be on your show. Shaji couldn't see the host Zhao Shan's screen. Naturally, they also had no idea about the barrage of comments in Zhao Shan's live stream. Someone is speaking up for her. I just carefully went through teacher Li Mingda's comments section. I took a look. That person pretending to be Shaji. Can't even see if it's live. Who framed this rookie streamer? Already went over to that live stream to get the juicy gossip. Opposite streamer. Yesterday's new streamer had a single-day revenue as high as 900,000. Another female streamer, Doo, tried to bully her but failed. Ended up dragging High Sound Big Brother into it. Host Zhao Shan finished Redinth Barrage in her livestream. A bit embarrassed. Since Miss Shaji is still willing to take on the challenge, let me explain the rules of the voice. 4 contestants connected via livestream with the Flashtone Good Voices account. Without looking at the face, just listening to the voice. After taking turns singing, the top 2 will be decided by votes. Then teacher Li Mingda gave his comments. After the reviews, it's down to the final 2. The competition rewards the teacher's approval. Autographed postcards with singing level signatures and mutual follows. It might even get featured in one of their videos. Before the competition officially begins, each person will be given 10 minutes to campaign for votes. Got it. I'll shut you and start campaigning. Shaji turned off flash sound. Manny Doozy from The Voice helplessly posted a barrage comment. Now, that's great. You foolishly walked right into their trap. No problem. Teacher Li Mingda is a very impressive vocal music professor. Getting to know each other won't hurt. The little confused being on the screen smiled. Looks like I'll have to tap into my connections. Vote for Shaji. Shiji's eyes lit up. Thanks, little fan. Baby, moi. As she spoke, Zia gave the screen a wink. Just as the discussion in the comment section was heating up, Leona has already finished editting Yaxi's screen recording. On their video chat window, Yaxi, we need to figure out a way to get votes now. Share Shiji's livestream. At the same time, Shaji turned off the livestream and disconnected the account from Flashsound's Good Voice call. In order, she wasted the last one to sing. The first streamer finished heading the selected song. The number of votes received is 23,465. The second streamer is a male streamer, received 30,081 votes. The third female streamer received 28,904 votes. The 3 of them ended it. Finally, it's Shiji's turn. She chose Cindy Wang's The First Love. Shaji immediately saw the IDs of her own fans appearing in the barrage. Cheer yourself up. Summoned up the courage to start singing. With the accompaniment, they quickly got into the groove. Leona and Yaxi tensed up. They were listening to Xiaji sing for the third time. I didn't expect these con line Shaji-san. It just sent them into a state of anger. It feels like Shaji just went through a breakup. Yaxi also subtly noticed this song. It gave him the urge to settle scores with the other males, and this mindset of being about to enter battle. His evolution crystal actualis started spinning rapidly again. Yaxi secretly sent a message to Leona, "Uncle, how do you feel?" Leona saw Yaxi's message, but didn't pay attention to Yaxi. He wanted to comfort Xiaxi more carefully. Wait until Shaji finishing the entire song. Leona just checked the pollution level on her identity bracelet. Yaxi replied that only the pollution levels had dropped. Yaxi fell silent. Leona then sent a barrage of comments first. Lord Shaji, 2 people have already voted. Keep an eye on Xiaji's poll bar. Shaji himself is also. When she sings, the number of viewers in Thelevestrium increased from 40,000 plus to 50,000 plus. The 1-minute rose voting time has ended. She actually got 43,321 votes, ranked first place. The barrage is lively and bustling, basically praising Shaji. Suddenly someone said, "This kind of small show costs $10 per invite. The internet troll princess account setup is way too obvious. Check out my profile." Footage captured streamer Shiji's fans. The entire process of going to other Levestriums to campaign for votes. Shaji was stunned for a moment. Open this person's profile. There really is a campaign video. And the account campaigning for votes. It turns out I had no idea when. Changed the Ito Leona and Yaxi. Just have 2 kids. The show doesn't explicitly forbid campaigning like this. But just to win. Making fans spend money will ultimately turn the audience off. The shining silver voice spoke up at this moment. We do not restrict campaigning. You can pay Somianato vote for you. It somewhat deviates from the original intention of voting out of genuine liking. Shaji, you're really putting me in a tough spot here. If given another chance. It's also unfair to other streamers. The meaning behind seeing it this way. They're just going to invalidate Shiji's votes. Shoji lowered her eyes. A bit sad. And just as she was about to apologize outright, the direction of the barrage comments suddenly shifted. I was drawn in by the $10 per vote offer, but I've already transferred the money back. Shaji really sings well. Anyone with ears can hear that. Even the humming part is absolutely amazing, okay? Just $10. Although it can buy for starch sausages now. But this college student just has to say it. I gave this vote willingly. The $10 has already been refunded to Shiji's fans, under the accounts of these people who made the statements. Indeed, there is. They voluntarily in Leona or Yaxi. Recording screen Shaji is very grateful to these netizens for speaking up for her. At this moment, Oldmer, Lee Mingda also spoke up. Shaji was commended for outstanding performance. Review of Mr. Lee Mingda's comments tonight. Shaji was flattered by and measured. Mr. Lee Mingda, I want to make a clarification. The person leaving comments in your section is not me. But now it seems. I want to thank that guy. People who left comments in your comment section. The purpose of joining this show. I just hope to get to know someone like you. A highly respected teacher in vocal music. Shiji's response was neither submissive nor arrogant. The live stream chat is filled with praise for her. Lee Mingda also praised it as he repeatedly dared to confront injustice head on. I also really admire your personality. Miss Shoji. Let's follow each other. Hearing this, Shiji's eyes instantly lit up. Sees the Chanchetto follow Lee Ningda. The two of them finished talking. Host Zhao Shan was about to move in to the next step of the event. Leona's barrage of comments. But it made things go in a completely different direction. Sorry, Lord Shaji. I thought the event allowed vote buying by default. If campaigning for you is not allowed, then why do other streamers do the same thing? He really wanted to help the little female. But it almost backfired. To make up for Shaji, Leona is looking for the secure technician from the NATO Empire. Wanted IP cracking technology. It was discovered that other streamers also engaged in the practice of spending money to buy votes, and posted the campaign video on their TikTok account. Soon enough, someone checked out Leona's profile, post comments, and discuss. Big bro Leona's homepage video has solid proof, exposing brother how you hired trolls yourself and then turned around to blame others. The event itself allows for vote solicitation. The other two streamers also bought a small number of tickets. Brother How is being hypocritical and unfollowed. The number of followers is visibly plummeting. Brother How hurriedly turned on the mic and said, "It wasn't me buying votes for myself. A streamer friend said they'd help me get votes. Got first place. Teach that rookie streamer Shaji a lesson. I am willing to voluntarily withered ward from this competition. So who told me to do this? I'll post a homepage video later to clarify things." After saying that, Brother How directly cut the connection. The host, who was supposed to stay for its second segment, ran off on their own. Zhao Shan was taken aback for a moment. He quickly changed his tune and stepped in to smooth things over. Since second place gave up on the competition, then let the third place take their spot. Let's not dig into whether they used $10 to buy votes. Still just 30 cents to buy votes. Longtime fans, work with little flash. Laughing out loud to lighten the mood. This time, it's Zaya's Eastern to sing first. This time, she chose the classic song, Invisible Wings. Shaji tries to perform as steadily as possible, sing along to the slow rhythm. The audience is all spamming comments saying it sounds great. Yaxi was very puzzled though. This purification crystal actually didn't show the slightest reaction. Only the pollution levels are still slowly decreasing. It's already at 2%. Yet the feeling with Yaxi was different. Leona started feeling a itch on both sides of her back. At the same time, the purification creel inside the body is spinning wildly. According to historical records, the lion beastmen will first grow wings when evolving. Leona thought of Bootsia's performance just now. Yaxi asked him if he had any other feelings. Could it be that? Can Lord Shiji's singing still make males evolve? But only females with AMH rate as high as 90%. Only then can males evolve. And him and Yaxi to actually have such a connection with the same woman. But they and Lord Shaji, not even in the same world. Leon's golden eyes flickered with a hint of melancholy. Can't meet up. No access. Across dimensions. A high match rate is nothing but a tragedy. Leona quietly listened to Shaji sing. I didn't even care anymore about the evolution. I might have. In no time, Shaji had already sung an entire song. The vote count for Zayas this time is 53,251 votes. The vote count results are out. The female streamer who had a one-on-one battle with Shaji also praised her. Shaji exclaimed, "Oh, God. I was completely mesmerized. Sis, can we follow each other before I start singing?" Shaji typed in the bullet comments. Follow each other in 3 minutes. The female streamer's vote count is out too. A total of 45,789 votes. Host Zhao Shen quickly turned on the mic. It seems Shaji is Theon in today's livestream. A truly deserving great voice. Mr. Li Mingda. What do you think? Old Mr. Li Mingda was beaming with joy. Both girls sang pretty well today. I'm very happy in singing community. It's great to have young talents like you as the main force. The evaluation is over. Mr. Li Mingda spoke up again. I heard from Miss Siazi before that. I want to get to know teachers in the vocal music circle. Do you want to be my disciple? I was actually asked if I wanted to be an apprentice. Shaji suppressed the excitement in her heart. Yes, Teacher Lee. It's not that I'm criticizing you. Honey, say something. The old man had barely finished speaking. In the live stream chat, an account named Su Yulan sent a message. Little girls follow each other. I was just thinking about taking on a student recently. It turns out to be Su Yulan. Shaji could hardly believe it. Teacher Su Yulan is a female pop star featured in textbooks. 63 years old. At the age of 30, Hugh is already being rated as one of the top 10 most popular female singers in the world. At the same time, she is also known as #1 female pop star in Asia. Such an impressive figure actually chose her as a student. What's wrong, Miss Shaji? Why aren't you saying anything? Do you really think my old man? Thank you, Teacher Lee and Teacher Su, for your kindness. I would be very willing to be Teacher Su's student. With her, thanks. Let's talk about the specific details of Shaji on WeChat. Shaji hurriedly followed Sayulin's account and vice versa. At this point, the flash tone good voice temporarily comes to an end. After ending the live stream, Shaji and Teacher Su Yulan added each other on WeChat. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, and Thaviel Drietti started the live stream again. Yaxi saw that Ziaz's livestream had started again. Quickly sent out a barrage of comments. Shaji hasn't sung Battle Against Fate today yet. As he spoke, he then sent out a carnival Shaji, smiling while looking at the screen. Yaxi, baby. Wait a moment. I'll hang up first. Time is here. Within 2 minutes. Who gave the most gifts? Who wants to pick a song? Because I need to chat with Teacher Su for a while. Yaxi saw this. Directly mentioned Uncle Anna in the bullet comments as the elder. You should take care of the younger generation. You're not going to compete with your nephew for this song, are you? After saying that, he straight up threw out 10 carnival gifts. Nezuko was dumbfounded. Can't you guys let me pick a song? As she spoke, Nezuko threw out 11 carnivals. Leona didn't speak with Yaxi, just silently watching Nezuko and Yaxi, bidding each other up, bit by bit. When the countdown has just 1 second left, he straight up stole the tower and sent out 100 carnivals. Who would have thought? Another unfamiliar user sent 200 carnivals. Seeing the name that appeared in the livestream, Leona and Yaxi froze at the same time. That was the newly crowned young Emperor Linkang of the Nato Empire. Male Leona and Yaxi looked at the name Linkang, lost in thought. This newly adult white tiger emperor of the Nato Empire, rated by the public as the Mad King. All ORC nations would never allow a male to become emperor, because males can be contaminated and affected at any time. Lose one's mind. The previous female emperor of the Kanato Empire failed to produce a female offspring. Successor. It can only be inherited by her sole descendant, Linkang. At just 15 years old, Linkang ascended to the throne. He dealt with those defiant orc noble families with an iron fist. The ORC clan that lost many relatives in a row. Outwardly obedient. Behind the scenes, they were just waiting for Linkang to come of age. But the annual pollution levels will continue to grow with the passage of time. Linkang's unstable emotions led to the harm of his own people. You can impeach him in the alliance, but even after growing up, Linkang's pollution levels still never added to Thebestman family line. The speculated Riesinus, a royal physician. But it exposed the fact that Linkang was a snitch and was brutally killed by Linkang during a live stream. His actions confirmed the fact that he is physically disabled, because it has always been in its infancy. Only then can one avoid being controlled by the forces of corruption. And now such a violent male even enter Xiaxi's live stream. Leona and Yaxi's emotions. Extremely nervous because of Linkang. Shaji has already finished the phone call. Coincidentally, Teacher Sayulin was also in biking. We've already agreed to meet up after dance class tomorrow. Go to Teacher Sue's Vilato, meet with Teacher Sue. The vocal teacher has been settled. Shoji was over the moon with joy. A delicate little face with a rosy glow. The smile at the corner of lips is bright and radiant. The live stream audience was completely stunned. Our Zhaoji baby has such a sparkle in their eyes. So catching. I was completely stunned. Shoji is so pretty. The 6-foot-tall male streamerily didn't mean to fuck around. Happy and joyful. Shoji suddenly noticed Somion making dirty jokes. It took me a moment to realize what was happening. Leona and Yaxi. I don't know the meaning of this homophone. Nezuko Barrage Summer Solstice. Has the livestream room not set up a moderator yet? Strawberry Candy. The barrage of toxic comments from that disgusting guy has already been blocked. Shoji baby, quickly block him. Shoji nodded, silently blocking Sumion without a word. Calm down a bit. Then she continued in a cheerful voice, and said, thanks for the compliments, sweeties. Let me take a look. Which sweetheart just got song request privilege? That's baby Linkang. What song would you like to hear? I already sent it to you. Send the list. Shoji hesitated for a moment. You guys really don't need to keep giving such expensive gifts. I always feel like in the future, someone will grab me by the neck and demand repayment. Having money to burn doesn't mean you can waste it like this. Mud P immediately retorted that adults do it willingly. How could I let you pay me back? The big bros are playing a bit too wild for me. The first time I lost me financial confidence. Strawberry Candy Barrage Shoji. I don't want you to pay me back either. Leona originally wanted to type. Ask what that 1.8 meter tall collegigue meant by what he said. Seeing that no one brought it up again. I thought about it but gave up in the end. He actively followed the account. It's the male symbol, Nezuko. I'll wait until the livestream is over before asking. Then, with a gentle expression, Shoji typed and sent it to you. Because you're worth it. After sending this message, Leona saw the communication bracket flashing. He opened the video call. Opposite stood the young emperor, clad in a golden robe. The little emperor's blood-red eyes, full of innocence and grievances. Teacher, you and your nephew found such a fun thing. Why didn't you take me along? Leona was about to answer. Over there, Ling cankled again. The teacher regarding theater of what songs to listen to. What do you suggest? Leona lowered her eyes. Respectful Idrius, your majesty. Choose the song you like. This little girl sings really nice songs. Being pleasant to the ear is one thing. I'm afraid there's another purpose to it. Linkang let a light chuckle. The young face was full of profound meaning. Leona's heart tightened. This is exactly what I plan to do after verifying it. In the report to His Majesty, Linkang's blood-red eyes were fixed intently on Leona. The teacher cares so much about me. It's my honor. After saying this, Linkang unilaterally ended the video call without another word. Posted a comment. Want to hear actor Shoji? I've been waiting for so long. Finally saw Linkang's reply. Alright then, the last song for today. The actor sends his regards to everyone. Babies who haven't requested a song yet. Same time tomorrow at 8, live. After saying that, Shoji took a deep breath. Start singing. Hearing the first line, Linkang still didn't see any problem with it. You can hear what comes next. Only then did he understand why this song was titled, Actor. Linkang lay on the golden yellow bed, her white eyelashes trembling slightly, quietly waiting for this song to end. Leona just ended the video call with Linkang. Got another video call from Yaxi. Might as well let you have it song request privilege. Why did your majesty suddenly come in? How did you know about Xiao's livestream room? Leona retorted to Yaxi. Yaxi was taken aback. Raise your chin and say I was watching Xinwen news at the time. Suddenly popped up and said, you've stayed in Xiao's livestream for over 30 minutes. I only came in to take a look. Does that mean it will keep going non-stop? Recommend any guys we know? I was already surprised by Ling Kang's appearance long ago. Leona is very quiet. That's the way it is. He never intended to keep it a secret for long anyway. After all, I stayed in the live stream today. I listened to 3 songs in total. The contamination level on him has been completely cleared. The area around the shoulder blades in the back also seems to be abnormal. This kind of physical condition appearing in public, it will definitely be thoroughly investigated. Yaxi's physical condition is the same. Actually, Yaxi is a much simpler kid compared to Ling Kang. Yaxi is all talk. He truly couldn't figure out Ling Kang's temperament. Let Shaji and Ling Kang meet. Is it good or bad? Leona isn't sure either. Alright, that's it for today's live stream. Shaji raised her little hand and waved. I'm going to practice dancing tomorrow morning. Going to teacher Sue's place in the afternoon. See you tonight. Wait a minute. Do you want to set up the Levestrium room's moderators first? Next time someone like that shows up, the admin can help you kick that person out. Shaji thought about it and realized it made sense. Then listed the few who currently had high contribution scores. All selected as administrators. You 4 will be the managers. Shaji blinked her eyes. There's no option to refuse here. But if you guys insist on refusing, I can't help it either. Of course, I wouldn't reject you. Thank you, Lord Shaji. I will do my best. Learning to be a Modin the housing group. Is that still available today? I know Shaji is about to log off. Yaxi is a bit reluctant to part. His head is very itchy. Hope to get some head pats. Don't want more people to find out. Shaji understood what Yaxi was talking about in the game. Smiling and saying, well, play a game later. That game is something everyone can play together. The newly released beta feature is pretty interesting. I'm really leaving now. As she spoke, she turned off the live stream, then opened the interactive software. He hung it up and went straight to the bathroom. Yaxi in the bedroom looked at suddenly appearing little snake. Face turns red. He didn't expect the little female to be this fast. I haven't decided whether to meet little female in beast form or not. Still, in human form. If it's in human form, would the little female still be willing to touch him? Shaji finished taking a bath. Humming a song, I went back to the bedroom. Pick up the phone. The graphics oft interactive game. No longer in that blindingly white room. It's a bedroom dominated by black, representing the character Yaxi, the white snake, lying coiled on the black bed. Yaxi, your room has changed again. Can you still freely choose the scenario? Yaxi instinctively leaned her head towards Shaji. This is my room. Shaji saw Yaxi's reply. After some thought, seems like it's also a decorated room in the game. How can it not be considered Yaxi's own room? Why does it seem like Shestel doesn't have her own room? Shaji typed a message to Yaxi. Then teach me how to play. I also want my own room. Yaxi froze for a moment. The little girl wants her own room. I thought about how Shaji said yesterday that she doesn't have her own house. My room is a mess. Since you put it that way, the empty room on the left can be yours. This is after he was promoted to Major General. The villa rewarded be the empire, Yaxi said. He leaned his head a bit closer toward Shaji again. But you have to promise to call me in and pet it every day. My head. This request is a piece of cake for Shaji. After all, Yaxi was talking about patting someone on the head. Just tapping on the screen a bit. So she readily agreed. Then, open up the house's build mode. This way I can decorate my own room. Open construction mode. This really stumped him. Yaxi's emerald-like eyes, staring at the little flying snake in midair. I just feel the skin around my feet getting itchier and itchier. He casually responded, then just open it up. Open the build module of your room to you. So can you pet my head now? urgently asking this question. Yaxi is waiting for Shaji to reply. But then, the little flying snake in front of me suddenly stopped moving. Shaji didn't say a word. Because 2 notifications speed up on the screen in a row. Your fan Yaxi invites you to live together and build a home with him. Do you agree? Your fan Leona requests to meet you in person. Do you agree? Shaji clicked agree, one by one. First one to go down the same way. A line of text quickly popped up on the screen. Should it be sent to your room? New pop-up window. Shaji didn't have time to react. The scene before me changed. She appeared in another bedroom. Thinking back to just now, it was Leona who sent me that interaction invite. Shaji looked around curiously. The color scheme of this room is the common white and gray combination. There is no snakey in the gray bed. There aren't any other small animals either. Where is Leona? Shaji drifted around the room. There was a Notherapen door in the room. As soon as I walked in, I saw a huge golden lion. She was sitting sideways in front of the floor-length mirror. Tilting my head to look in the mirror. Looking and looking. He turned his head and stared straight ahead. Shaji thought for a moment. In my image. Your own appearance. It turned into a little lion with wings. Leona. I didn't expect you to also play this interactive game avatar. B-star Leona. Looking at the little winged lion in front of me. The tone of voice was full of astonishment. Is Lord Jatsi's beast also a lion? Thought. B-star is talking about the appearance adjusted in the game. Shaji then said because Baby Leona is a lion, so am I. Clearly, it's just words coming from the little lion's head. Leona seemed to hear it though. Shiji's sweet and delicate voice. May I take a closer look at your room? Just now, Yaxi asked me to move in together. Let me see what style I shall design my room in. Leona's pupils trembled. Yaxi invites you to move in together. You agreed. Agreed. I quite enjoy playing this kind of construction style game. Shaji replied quickly. So can I visit? Sure. Let me show you around my house. Leona lowered her eyes, suppressing the sudden surge of bitterness in his heart. If you like the construction of this house, I can directly give you a whole building. Shaji didn't expect Leona to straight up offer her a house. She hesitated for a moment as she looked. Will giving me a house cost a lot of money? This game is still in closed beta. Spending too much money. Still don't know when open beta will be. Will the game company refund it? Why don't you give me a room too? Anyway, Leona and Yaxi have already bought the house. Giving away a room doesn't cost extra. Shaji thoughtfully considered. Leona tilted her lion head to the side. The domineering golden eyes exuded a hint of obsession. I'll just send you a whole building. You should own your own house. Yaxi invited the lesbian girl to live together before marriage. He was too reckless. Seeing the words, Meng Lang, Shaji was very surprised. No wonder Leona said. You can think of him as Somion from the Qinlong era. Turns out his thing Kinjis so conservative. Just. The game also requires that the younger generation must not cohabit with girls before marriage. But it also speaks to Leona's personality from another angle. Very serious, huh? Shaji typed with a laugh. Just tell me how to buy the house. I still haven't found the Placido spend money on in-game purchases. And always calling me Lord Siaji sounds so weird. How about you try calling me Shaji? I just want to call you Lord Shaji. Leona's gaze. Gently landing on the little lion in front. Your singing saved me. Shaji was startled by Leona's words. Her singing can save lives. Is this the kind of plot you'd find in a novel? Or is it that Leona Sheart is actually sick? Shaji hesitated over whether to ask Leona directly. The golden lion in front suddenly lay down on the ground, looking up with gentle eyes. The house was willingly and voluntarily gifted to you by me. If possible, I just hope you can also give me a little pat. It's just a game after all. Yet Shaji inexplicably felt The lion was truly gazing at her with tenderness. Shiji's heartbeat inexplicably quickened. It's just a game, nothing serious. She, however, willingly plays the role of an older person who humbly takes a subordinate position for the other party. Shoji thought for a moment. It feels like Leona must have offended her in the live stream. The reason might be because the tone of speech is still relatively gentle. She patted her own face. Tell yourself, don't get so easily in virtual emotions. Then I'll transfer you 100,000. Consider it as the money I spent in buying a house in the game. Then I still give you a little pat. It was clear that Shoji didn't want to accept his help so directly. Leona nodded in agreement. He will respect Aluf Shiji's decisions. If this would make the little D in front of me happy, anything is fine. Seeing that Leona didn't refuse your own purchase of the house, Shoji felt much better inside. She reached out and gently touched Leona's head. The big lion showed a very contented expression. Even unconscious lickings to the ground showed its soft belly. It's not just about the belly. Shiji's gaze fell upon a hidden corner. Suddenly, she stopped stroking. Quietly zoom in on the screen with 2 fingers. I've seen cat owners sharing this online before. The cat's bell feels super bouncy and springy to the touch. So Shoji couldn't help but quietly tap the bell. He swayed along with it. Shoji feels a bit over the top. Quickly pulled his gaze back in a futile attempt to cover up. Want to keep hitting Leona's head. Never expected. Leona suddenly took a sharp step back. She exited the reach off her fingertip. Shoji was very confused about what was going on. You don't want Tobe touched anymore? At this moment, Leona remained silent. Feeling my face getting hot. He plopped himself down properly. Closed its hind legs. I saw the golden lion. Suddenly, she switched to a dignified sitting posture. Shoji froze. What's wrong? Logically speaking, she couldn't see her own character on her side. Leona's side. He shouldn't be able to see his own character either. Wouldn't know what she just did. Sure enough, Leona's head popped up with a whatever. Shoji let out a sigh of relief. Then quickly show him around your house. Then let's add each other on WeChat. I'll transfer the rent to you. WeChat. Leona is puzzled. Just about to say, he don't know what WeChat is. A line of text appeared on the virtual screen. Streamer requests to add you on WeChat. Do you want to download WeChat? Contact the streamer. It turns out it can be downloaded. Leona clicked agree. Stand up. In the form of a lion, Takexiazi to visit his bedroom first. Seeing the big bed in the bedroom, the image from earlier popped into Anna's mind. His gaze fell on the curious figure ahead. The little lion who keeps looking around everywhere. The little female has no idea what she's doing. Seems like I don't know either. Her touch could turn into an index finger. The little female is innocent. Something like this happened. It's all his fault, that damn man. It's because he didn't take care of his own body. Under the little female's caress. Engaged in inappropriate behavior. Sorry, Lord Shoji. Leona instinctively posapodipodopoped to Shoji. Why the sudden apology? Leona baby. Didn't do anything wrong. That Leona baby. It reminded Leona of live stream room. The little female's voice was delicate and soft. His face grew even redder. The visit still has to go on. I can only keep going with willpower of a soldier. Suppress inappropriate impulses. Soon, Shoji finished touring Leona's entire house. She was very surprised. The houses in the game can actually be made so realistic. And the setting in this game seems way ahead of its time. There's actually a concept of robots. Leona walked up to the robot. That robot with a square-shaped head. He actually bowed to Leona. Can I also put this robot in my house? Square-headed. Looks so fun. Leona nodded in agreement. Actually, the robot has some other functions as well. You can set your facito whichever one you like. The appearance of a female. Leona has always despised such behavior. He has never had a female he liked. So he didn't introduce this feature to Shaji. Just clicked on some 3D models of houses. After ordering, thinking that Shaji seemed imaginable to see the virtual screen. Once again, I'm caught in distress. Just thinking about what to do. Suddenly, a sentence appeared on the screen. Do you want to share the current screen with the streamer you like? Turns out there's a sharing feature. Leona clicked confirm. Golden Lion. A model of a house suddenly popped up on my head. Shaji was utterly shocked. Are we really playing the same game? Why can you still post the house model? And all I have is the ability to switch appearances. Seeing Shiji's problem. Shaji is starting to suspect something. Leona. I used that girly Talxiaji mentioned before. Perhaps the explanation is the game is still in beta testing, so the functions between the streamer and the fans don't match up. For now, he doesn't want CSI to find out yet. They are real pleasing in another world. If Shaji finds out, perhaps Shaji won't be willing to touch him again. Leona emphasizes Edpolists in her heart. Ask Lord Shaji which house's exterior he likes. Actually, it's pretty much the same. Shaji looked around. In the end, I chose a villa with gardens in both the front and the back. This one, then. I like flowers and plants. Seeing this makes me feel really happy. Leona clicked the uppercase function. After another round of operations on the virtual screen, robots will be here soon. Construction began next to his marshal's residence. It won't be until tomorrow. Please tell me your WeChat ID. I'll add you right away. Shaji sent over her WeChat ID. Soon. Found a friend request from Leona. Seeing the other person's WeChat profile picture is the default one. And there's nothing in the moments feed either. Shaji felt a bit sad. It seems Leona is deliberately using a burner account to add her. He's someone who can casually spend nearly $1 million without batting an eye. How could anyone possibly be genuinely interested in a small-time streamer? So concerned, huh? Alt account it is, then. After all, the relationship between her and him was just that of a streamer and a fan. No need to care too much. Shaji swiftly transferred the 100,000 yuans. To avoid disputes, specially noted voluntariercus of virtual property. Saw Leona's real name on WeChat. The last character is also like that. Shaji found the name quite strange. Alright, the money's being transferred to you. Then I'll take a rest now. Leona, get some rest early too. After typing, she is hillaged out of the game. Put down the phone. Put on the steam eye mask. About to fall asleep. A thought suddenly surfaced from the depths of consciousness. It seems like something has been forgotten. But damn, Shaji was really too sleepy. Before long, he drifted off into dreamland. And at this moment, in a dark room, Yaxi, the white snake, was visibly furious. Hateful bitch. You promised to touch me. You big liar. Yaxi's face turned red with anger. Never watch her Levestrium again. Also, don't let her stay in the adjacent room. But in that case, can't see Shiji's face, can't hear Xiazi's voice anymore. Not to mention being purified by the others singing. The sulky Yaxa quieted down again. Actually, there are 3 possible reasons why the little female suddenly disappeared. The first scenario is that she suddenly has something else to do. The second scenario is Thatch was drawn away by Leona. The third type is being taken away by that violent little tyrant. If the little female has her own reasons that are worth forgiving. If it was Uncle holied them away, then he just needs to move to his uncle's marshal's residence. Next time Uncle tries to lure the little girl away again, he can also appear in front of the little female. As for being snatched away by the little emperor, then there's nothing left to do but watch. In the Nader Empire, Uncle is the most badass male. The little emperor ranks second. In terms of status, he's a notch below the emperor. In terms of combat strength, he's no match for the little emperor either. Whatever. It's good to let the little female see me one more time. Yaxi quickly transformed back into human form. The luggage and Meiselfware packed up in no time. He drove up to Leona's door. And now, the time had our Diriak the second day. Shaji was busy outside all day. I only checked Wekit when it got to evening. Suddenly, two options appeared before me. Your fan Leona is online. Whether to interact with them or not. Your fan Yaxi is online. Whether to interact with them. Shaji pondered for a moment. She wants to go see the house Leona helped her buy. But I promised to pat Yaxi's head yesterday. But I forgot. Maybe I should go find Yaxi. Shaji clicked on the chat window to interact with Yaxi. I thought a white snake would still appear on the screen. The first thing that caught my eye was actually a handsome man. Shaji froze for a moment. This game not only makes the animal characters look realistic. Even the clothes and bodies of humans were made to look incredibly lifelike. 8-pack abs, broad shoulders, and a narrow waist. And there's also long silver white hair. Shaji was about to move closer to get a better look at the other person's face. The screen suddenly flickered. Your fan Yaxi has gone offline. Whether to interact with fan Leona. Your fan Leona has finished gifting the house. Are you going to your home? Why did Yaxi suddenly go offline? And sure enough, the house was finally built. Construction in the game is so fast. Thinking that Yaxi might have something going on, Shaji decisively Chisato go to his own home first. The game screen changes again. Shaji appeared in front of a large iron gate. On both the left and right sides of entrance are small flower beds. Inside the iron gate is a massive submarine. You can tell the house is especially spacious. Shaji entered the interior of the villa. The interior decoration features a cozy cream color paired with a fresh blue hue. Open the bedroom window. You can still see the view of the garden below. Because the renovation is already very good. Shaji also has no intention of changing the decoration for the time being. She switched targets, chose to go interact with Leona. Leona was strolling through the garden. Thank you for gifting the in-game house. I really like you. The flowers in the garden are blooming so beautifully. Do you like flowers too? Leona turned to look at Shaji. Before I could even speak, Yaxi transformed into snake form and came over. Shaji, you didn't tuck me at all yesterday. Seeing this text box, Shaji was utterly stunned. She turned her head to look at white snake approaching her. Can your games connect with each other too? Fans can actually interact with each other too. This game really has a lot of features. Then I'll live with me uncle from now on. Can you touch me now? Why only have 2 kids? So obsessed with petting, huh? Shaji silently complained in her heart. The fingers, however, honestly clicked on Yaxi's head. Waited 2 days for a pat. The itching sensation emanating from the skull gradually faded away. Yaxi's entire body gradually relaxed. Green eyes narrowed into thin slits. He instinctively twitched his slender tail. Want to wrap all my tails around Shaji. Yet the virtual little white snake cannot be touched. Yaxi's pointed tail missed its mark, pitifully falling to the ground. Knocking on the ground to ease the disappointment, Shaji noticed the movement of Yaxi's tail, thinking it was intentional to manipulate the character like this. She didn't really pay much attention to it. Just a glance out off the corner of my eye. I noticed the big lion next to me was actually picking flowers with its mouth. Curiously switched perspectives, feeling the touch getting lighter and lighter. Yaxi opened his eyes. The little white snake in front suddenly turned to face Leona. His tone was full of anger. Shaji saw that bold exclamation mark. I suddenly feel inexplicably guilty. She was about to look away. Then I saw the big lion, holding the most beautiful rose in my mouth. I walked up to her. Presenting to you, Lord Gigi. Leona gave you a rose. Whether to accept, Shaji was very surprised. This thing actually has a pop-up too. She clicked accept. The taxi driver in front said, "We're here, miss." Shaji got off the car holding her phone. Just about to close, suddenly heard the driver's voice saying, "Wait." Miss, you forgot to take your flowers. Shaji turned around and took a look. Pupils constrict. There is indeed a bouquet of flowers on the back seat of the driver. And also, just like in the game, the rose Leona gave her looks very similar. When it was time to board, she had nothing in her hands except her phone. It's not mine. It must be something left behind by another passenger. The driver was also taken aback, thinking of Shaji waiting fourth bus by the roadside, but he didn't have anything in his hands. Sorry about that, miss. Shaji closed the car door, watching the driver leave. When I looked back at phone screen again, the rose in Leona's mouth had already vanished. Probably put it in the game inventory. Otherwise, can items from the game really come into the real world? She took her phone and went upstairs. Speak only after entering the house. Thank you, Leona, for the flowers. I really like it. Leona was all puzzled at this moment. After the little family accepted the flower really did disappear. This time, I saw Shaji reply that she really liked the flowers. Shaji should have received it by now. I temporarily set aside this question. What is the little female doing now? Leona asked. Shaji caught a glimpse of Yaxi on the screen out of the corner of her eye. Seems to be throwing a tantrum. Turn your head away. The tail keeps wagging non-stop. She pursed her lips and smiled. Now, it's time to start preparing for the 8 o'clock live stream. I left my account here. Can't chat for now. Shaji said can't talk anymore. Yaxi got even angrier. You haven't even touched me for a while. How did it suddenly get so busy? Busy now, we'll go live later. I can only meet Yoan I'm at my best. Shaji was typing. Suddenly thought of that Mani saw when entering the game. He muttered under his breath. Speaking of which, this interactive game has been continuously improving. Sometimes it seems to lag a bit. After logging in Toth game today, I saw a very handsome man running, very similar to the sword demon that Otome game my bestie plays. Yaxi was taken aback when she heard this. The happily wagging tail instantly froze stiff. He glanced at Leona. The look in their eyes showed guilt for doing something wrong. Yesterday he just made plans with Leona. Don't approach Shiazine human form yet. Avoid Shaji meeting them in the game. Feel resistant. During individualtening today, he didn't have time to switch gears at the moment. Shaji arrived right in front of him. Yaxi's heart. He didn't say a word. Leona, however, had already casually responded with a line. It looks like the game might be lagging. What is an Otome game? Shaji can't be bothered to type. I searched for some news about Otome games. Sent it directly to Leona's WeChat. Leona saw the virtual screen. That weird icon called WeChat inside suddenly popped up. After opening it and dreading for a bit, his pupils trembled slightly. So in Shiji's world, in this kind of game, female characters are virtual. Then there are those dating games with male characters. So you're saying, perhaps he chose to take the form of a lion like this. Appeared in the interactive game. On the contrary, it's wrong. Leona was deep in thought. Yaxi came over. I saw the message Jexia's I sent to Leo. Do you guys have any other ways to get in touch? Damn, uncle didn't even tell him. We can also add each other on WeChat. My WeChat ID. It's just that string of symbol changing on my Snapchat profile. I'll get busy now. But it's also strange. Nezuko said someone from the Union would contact her to sign a contract. But the reality is, it's our third day since the premiere. Still no guild has come to recruit her. Shoji thought for a moment. Sitting in front of the livestream desk, I glanced at my phone. Yaxi's deep affectioness indeed arrived. She added it. I casually opened Thekit window with my bestie. Baby, it's 8 o'clock. I'm about to start streaming. Are you ready to see me? Ready. The melon seeds, chips, and mineral water are all ready too. A gift giver can choose my performance. Give it a shot. Got a message from me bestie, Zhang Tian. Sent a sticker with a kiss emoji. Shaji opened it right at 8 o'clock. Over 100 people flooded into the live stream in an instant. A balloon effect suddenly popped up on the screen. Those unprepared viewers, flooded live stream. My hand has already pressed send. Why should you go first? Shaji was also surprised. Linkang's fans only appeared yesterday. Today, actually became the first audience member to request a song. Welcome to my live stream. And thank you to Linkang baby. May I ask if you'd like to request a song or a dance? Also dissatisfied with Linkang snatching first place. And there's Yaxi. But he only dared to quietly complain to Leona. Why is this guy so free and idle? He is the emperor. Shouldn't we be constant handling government affairs? It's not like you can just take a vacation whenever you want. Help him handle government affairs as well. Yaxi was seething with resentment. Leona's eyes were filled with worry. Last night, the questions Linkang asked. It definitely couldn't have been a casual interest. An emperor with physical disabilities. At first, I couldn't even bear to hear it. Related topics. Could it be that Linkang is also in Lord Shiji's livestream? Got anything good? Hey, uncle. What are you thinking about? Why are you ignoring me? Yaxi was very unhappy with Leona's dismissive attitude toward him. Leona frowned in displeasure. Don't you have your own room? Shaji ended the stream at night. In case they come looking for you. I'm really losing out staying in my own room. I had expected my nephew's personality all along. Leona wasn't speaking. At this moment, Linkang's reply appeared in the bullet comments. Dance for me. I want to see you make up for the loss. I didn't expect someone to suddenly request a dance today. Shaji felt a bit embarrassed. This dance outfit I'm wearing today. The atmosphere might not be as great when jumping up. Don't look down on it, everyone. The time for the accompaniment has come. Shaji started dancing to the music. The baby dances so beautifully. Like a little dancing cake. So, share with my friends. Let them also come in taste the fine brand. Nezuko remained silent. Leona didn't stop either. The live stream is full of all kinds of special effects. The number of people is abudo surpass 11,000 very soon. After the dance, a blush appeared on Shiji's fair, delicate face. Shaji feels like's not dancing well. Just about to keep the criticism. But I saw everyone actually praising her. Shaji froze for a moment. Just realized. Thanks a lot. Then next. Let's chat. Then proceed to the next step. Shiji's voice fell silent. Sharp-eyed viewers noticed Linkang was no longer in the livestream. Our Zhaoji baby dances so well. Isn't he satisfied? Yaxi is also very strange. How did Uncle Little Emperor leave? Leona shot Yaxi a sidelong glance. I've told you many times. Call him your majesty. Can't keep their mouth shut. Yaxi heard it, but didn't care at all. He stared at the name Shaji on the screen, following along with the people in the livestream and sending comments, anxiously waiting for the song request feature to come back. Leona didn't really care about song request privilege. He's just thinking, why did the little emperor quit streaming? At the same time, in the emperor's bedchamber, the young emperor was standing in front of the mirror. Look at your own hair. Those hairs were originally black. After watching Zaya's dance, I've leveled up. The crystal heats up, causing the body to warm up, along with the hair. Unexpectedly, it also starting to take on a silvery gray hue. This is very strange. The strangest part was the neck. He had never experienced a heat cycle, although possessing malosexual characteristics, but never grew an Adam's apple. I listened to the songs yesterday. My throat feels inexplicably swollen. Here. I finished watching dance today. The Adam's apple actual approaches like that of a normal male. And somewhere else. Linkang frowned. The royal doctor has been summoned. Royal physician Bai arrived at the imperial palace, conducted a thorough examination for Linkang. Looking at the data on the diagnostic device, Baiyu widened his eyes. Share the 2 test results with Linkang. Your Majesty, you've entered a growth spurt. Your body was originally damaged by the annihilation ability, stuck in adolescence. After breaking through boundaries now, no longer in a youthful state. Your inner self is having a faint reaction too, isn't it? Seeing Linkang nod, Baiyu had a smile on his face. Congratulations, Your Majesty. Finally, it's time to grow up. He's happy. But Linkang's gaze grew even colder. If it's still the same youthful state as before, it's all because the pollution level is low. Physical condition is stable, so shut those people up. But now, entering adulthood, his body will mature to adult constitution, and infected with more dark matter, generate pollution value. Those restless things. Then there's anatheriazin to attack him. Seeing Linkang fall silent, the beads of sweat on Baiyu's forehead instantly grew larger. The little emperor wouldn't just because he knew this secret. We'll have to silence him too. If I want the stability of corruption, what should I do? Hyde suddenly asked. Baiyu was so nervous that the best solution is put your gene sequence in the matching database. After system simulation, I will find one for you. The only female with a match rate over 50%. You and her became partners. This will naturally keep pollution levels stable. Value 4th tier plan. Let the female guide do her job. Regularly use two-way contacto provide guidance for you. It can also temporarily keep pollution levels stable. Marshal Leona on Major General Yaxi. It's always like this. However, Your Majesty shall also be aware. These two have been seeing a continuous drop in their pollution levels lately, have already fallen below their respective stable values. I conducted a physical examination on Marshal Leona. The final cause hasn't been found yet. No need to look anymore. Linkang thought of Jiazi's smiling face in the livestream. For now, don't let any Anils know about their situation. The little emperor's tone was clearly laced with warning. Baiyu's heart trembled. Nodding vigorously. Rest assured, I'll keep this information confidential. Physical developmentist matter at all. What's up with my hair? Linkang asked again. The color of His Majesty's hair must also be due to development. The body is heading into adulthood. It will cause you to transform into the traits of the White Tiger Azure clan. This answer made Linkang a bit unhappy. He waved his hand to signal Baiyu to leave. Wait until Baiyu leaves. The little emperor opened Xiaozi's live stream again. On the screen, Shaji was currently chatting with the audience. Leona asked, "Want to know what Lord Zaya's high looked like during his student days?" Ended up getting a thorough analysis from Nezuko. Leona asked this for a reason. Want to take things to the next level. Shaji baby, be careful with people like this. Especially since he's got a bit of money. Don't forget your original intention. After reading Nezuko's speech, Shaji was stunned. Can there still be such a voice? That Leona and Yaxi. I've been playing that interactivigum these past couple of days. Asking for head pats in the game or something. Is it all because you want to take things further with her? Isn't it simply because the game is more fun? Shaji looked puzzled. Zhang Tian looked at Xiaoji's dazed little face. Couldn't help but laugh. Back in school, quite a few geese were chasing after you. Everyone knows. You're the only clueless one here. Poor those broad-shouldered, narrow-waisted, top-tier senior boys. That green tea flavor junior is so full of it. Sometimes I really want to get on me knees and beg you to date them. Let me see what you look like when you're in love. But the way you focus on studying is really cute too. I can't bear to disturb your sweet moment either. My bestie kept complaining with heartfelt concern. Shaji instead smiled shyly. I knew sweetie is the best. Why did that Zyexibio become a streamer? I've already answered this question before. You can see someone in Thebalet comments asking again. Shaji then answered seriously once again. Being an actor is my dream. Some say I've gained a fan base since becoming a streamer. It might give you an edge in the interview. I'm coming right now. After Zayas finished saying this, Zhang Tian couldn't help but type an extra comment. How about we give dating a try before diving into the entertainment industry? Shaji, baby. Otherwise, you'll end up in entertainment industry. How to play the role of a deeply emotional female lead. One sentence left Zayat simply baffled again. Shaji seems to genuinely in it. Thinking about what love is like. There are over 2,000 people in the live stream. The barrage of comments keeps scrolling non-stop. Just some playing their own resumes. A man seeking love. Shaji was dazzled by the sight. WeChat suddenly popped up with a message from Leona. Open it and take a look. It turns out to be a resume. But there are no personal photos. Only the name and information. The gender field still oddly displayed the word male. Shaji froze for a moment. Quickly glanced at other content. After reading, his face suddenly turned red. Leona isn't a very serious person, is she? How could you make such a joke? The live stream audience senatist Shaji suddenly blushing. Has the streamer found her dream guy? Jokes aside, brothers, don't jump the gun. Seeing that leaked line, carefully reviewing their resumes sent by other men, Yaxi only just realized. Uncle, did you also send her your personal information? Leona looked up with her eyes raised. Can't it be a good nephew? I'm single, I heard. Yaxi was so angry she gritted her teeth. Quickly send your own information over as well. Shaji also saw it. The data paternachis Leona's. There's also some standing data and regular data. The data is exaggerated, to say the least. Yaxi's profile even clearly states, too. Shiji's face turned even redder. Don't make fun of me. Post some weird stuff. Embarrassed and annoyed, Shaji. Treat these 2 documents as a prank. I really don't have any thoughts about being in a relationship. Leona was disappointed by Shiji's reaction. The little female doesn't like his personal data? What's wrong? To skip over this topic of romance, Shaji quickly started today's song request segment. I was just about to mention the rules. The livestream suddenly displayed dazzling special effects. Linkang sent out 300 caddies of Jia Hua. This made Yaxi so anxious couldn't stand it. He has been waiting for the evolution for 2 days already. I must get the song request privilege today no matter what. User Yaxi sent out 301 caddies of Jawa. After sending Yaxi off, headern to look at Uncle Leona. You're sending one too. Shaji isn't even a female from our world. Even if he were the emperor, it still wouldn't apply. Leona is conflicted. He really wanted to grab some control of the show. Linkang's father was like a brother to him growing up. He even saved his life. He promised to take care of the other's offspring. If Shaji could let Linkang's physical flaws be healed, by all accounts, he shouldn't have stood in the way. I won't take action. Yaxi, you can fight for yourself. At this point, giving up the right to choose the program doesn't matter. As for other aspects, he would never give it up without a fight. Yaxi originally thought they could combine their strength with the other two. Fight Linkang for it. As a result, Leon outright refused. Now, this made him lose confidence too. The little emperoress a bit crazy. A business-savvy mind is great. The private coffers are overflowing with wealth. There's no way he, just promoted to Major General, could compete with that. Yaxi had no choice but to give up straight away. And in the live stream room, the special effects went on for ages before finally stopping. Shaji was at a complete loss for words. Thanks, Linkang, baby. Excuse me, would you like to dance or listen to a song? Sing the songs that Leona likes. No one present expected Linkang to say that. Leona didn't expect the little emperor to speak like that either. Shaji on the screen was also shocked. Leona and Yaxi's IDs. It looks like it's part of a series. So they know each other. Shaji had already figured it out long ago. The name Linkang doesn't sound like it belongs to either of them. But do you actually know each other? That Leona baby. What do you want to hear? Leona pondered for a moment. Played a song called Puppet from the Shaji playlist. Just looking at the song title and the singer, he can confirm this song. Similar to the actor type Linkang chose before. Linkang watched the song Leona chose. Similar to the first song he picked. Laughed a little. His gaze lingered for a moment in Shiji's charming little face. Then close your eyes. Listening to this song's melody, the evolutionary crystal core in me mind began to spin once more. Linkang couldn't help but think of his mother. Getting pregnant is stuff for females. Beastfolk like the white tiger, who were initially conceived in the womb, have a harder time getting pregnant. It was so hard to conceive him. But who would have thought it turned out to be male after birth? The detected evolutionary patient is only at level 1. Such a male is practicaliasals in the royal family. No matter how many times she proves his excellence, his mother never gave him a smile either. Until later, the mother unexpectedly passed away. The throne of Thenodor Empire fell to him. Even with the supportive imperial marshal Leona, this throne isn't sitting comfortably for him either. Some people even say he is a puppet in Leona's hands. Suggest he take action when Leona's pollution levels rise. Kill Leona. How ridiculous. A faint smile curled at Linkang's lips. The white in the Harris getting more and more. Until Shaji finished heading a song. He just opened his eyes. A puppet has finished singing. Thank you, Linkang baby, and everyone for your support. Other viewers in the live stream. Shaji also thanked everyone one by one. The atmosphere was just right. Suddenly, a connection request popped up. Shaji clicked on that person's profile. The other party is affiliated with the Leaf Guild, singing talent streamer. The fan count actually exceeds 7 million. Shaji hesitated for a moment. Clicked OK. Liu Shang appeared on the live stream. Hello there, Shaji. Hello, Liu Shang. Shaji politely respond to Liu Shang. Want to see what Liu Xiang is really up to. Even the Liu Shang Satingakris from her was all smiles. You really are quite cute. Don't worry. I don't even know you. Let's have a showdown. Actually, I'm a lobbyist by Leaf Media Company. The leader of our labor union was moved from his position due to. We had a small meeting just for you. Discussing whether to sign you or not. Liu Shang paused briefly while saying this. But they're afraid you're just a rich girl playing around. So you don't even dare to add me. Rich heiress. Damn. I was completely dumbfounded. How am I like that? Liu Shang stared at the lens. The pretty little girl in a puffy skirt. Every move exudes elegance, not to mention. Between the brows. She's not the kind of girl who grew up in hardship. Adding those audiences on this list. Looks very much like Liu Xiang, nodding vigorously. Realizing Liu Xiang wasn't joking. Shaji shook her head frantically. You've got it all wrong. I'm not the one you should look at. Check out who's behind me. It's just a small rented room, isn't it? Liu Shang saw that Zaya's hidden seemed to be lying. Enviously glanced at Jachi's viewer leaderboard for the day. That Gigi really has a magnetic presence. Shaji actually couldn't figure it out either. Why are they so good at grinding? But for now, I'd only go along with Liu Zhang's words. It's probably because my fansand I just naturally click. I'm so jealous of you. The person in charge of Arunian will probably contact you. If you think it's suitable, you can consider it. Got it. Our guild is actually a subsidiary of Rose Media. You should know this, right? Rose Media's subordinates their voice. This company is a well-reputed entertainment firm in the industry. In their field of expertise, many were audipicked to act in school. Then the students joined this company. It's just a shame he never got the chance. I didn't expect to be able to access these subsidiary companies under them now. Liu Shang was surprised to see Shaji so shocked, smiling happily. That definitely needs some careful consideration. The contract from our company. I also want to be your colleague. He followed Shoji. Shaji saw the follow, nodding in agreement. I will carefully review the contract. Looking forward to working with you. And then? The third brother over here really wants to request a song on your side. I don't know if you're willing or not. Willing to. Actually, this song request is just a way to make friends. Shaji nodded in agreement. Sure, Sam Shui's account came over and requested a song. Jazz dancer. Shaji herself realized this song too. It's a battle anthem similar to Against the War. The style is just ancient. It switches the tone to match the melody of this song. Mobilize physical and emotional energy. Sing out the song, girl. This song just dropped. Yaxi just sensed that fighting spirit mixed within. The crystal core inside Thebity began to spin wildly. The dragon horn sticking out from the top of the head. Continuous growth. Leona and Yaxi are in the same space. Yaxi was naturally found in a state of evolution. Wait for the song to finish. Yaxi's dragon horns on top of her head grew more than twice as long. He tried using his ice-based superpower. The condensed ice elementus become even more vibrant. The song is over. Thank you for your company. Time's up. I'm ending the stream now. Fragrant baby. Let's chat on Lenigan next time. Liu Shang smiled with a mischievous glint in his eyes. Let's play games together on Mic during the next livestream. Shoji nodded. I'm done streaming for good. He went to Takia's shower as usual, listening to teacher Sayulin's lecture recording, clicking on the interactive game while. This time, as soon as I went in, it was actually in the house that Leona gave him. He curiously walked around the house. He tilted his head slightly. I see 3 pop-up windows above. The first 2 are Leona and Yaxi. The one behind came from first-class cabin. It took so much effort to get the boarding pass today. Both out of courtesy and common sense. Westhold go over and say hello to the cabin crew. Thinking about the next step, I just clicked accept. Wait for the Imagetto finish loading. He froze. Luxurious golden and red chairs. A black and gold desk paired with murals on the walls. Linkang's room looks incredibly excellent, not to mention. On that luxurious throne, there was actually a young person sitting there whose gender was hard to determine. The young man stared over with an expressionless face. Blood-red eyes. Paired with that exquisitely flawless face. A beauty that steals souls and captivates hearts. Shaji was stunned. When did human characters quickly appear in the game? Linkang saw Zayazha frozen in place. With a slight curl of the lips, he smiled faintly. Is your beast fetus a snake? Seeing this problem, Shaji froze for a moment. Nodding is a snake. Now, do you like Linkang, baby? Linkang looked at the little snake floating in mid-air before him. Lowered his eyes and thought. Suddenly flashing a bright smile isn't really my thing. Can you switch to White Tiger? Let me see if there's any Shaji, White Tiger. I searched through the images. There really is a form of the White Tiger. It switched into the form of a White Tiger. Went around in a circle. Like this. Linkang stared at the adorable little tiger and smiled. I was going to say. If the little female's beast form switches to a white tiger, will it be like the female mother in its memory? From the looks of it now, Shaji is Shaji. She and her mother were never alike to begin with. You and them in this interactive game. What do you usually play? Linkang asked again. Shaji answered very honestly. They like having their heads patted. Patting head, I don't like it. Shaji nodded vigorously upon hearing this. It's true that I shouldn't like it. Otherwise, you might as well tap the head of a handsome young lad like this. It feels really weird. But he obviously let his guard down too soon. But I also want to experience it for myself. You come and touch it.